What's this madness? But, it's broken. Oh, wait. Nope, it's good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Hour of Torture. I am your host, LNM10, as usual, for the Everyday Minecraft Quest. Oh, boy, do I like saying that again. It's just funny how some phrases you can say really, really quickly without much problem. It's those that I like to say a lot of the time. Or the tongue twister. What was that?
Just that simple.
Did you guys hear that? I think this stream is haunted. Oh, this is the wrong world. It's definitely haunted. I wouldn't have made such a stupid mistake. Oh no. Spooky.
It's not like there's just somebody playing Factorio in the background.
Guys, I think there's someone playing Factorio in the background. That's just a hunch. Anyway, welcome to the stream, everyone. It's been a while since I've done this, mostly because I've been sick, I've been on vacation, I've been dead, you know, that kind of stuff. Oh, Minecraft just crashed. You know, Minecraft's been crashing. Everything's been going wrong.
He's been doing most of his lies. Oh, wait, no.
What? Well, I have been lying a lot, that's true. Of course, that's my, usual quota. So, if you guys are wondering what this stream is about, I wouldn't be surprised. It's essentially just a stream where I get on Minecraft for an hour, play around, talk with you guys, and that's literally the extent of everything, every bit of thought that has went into the planning of this live stream. Now, I'm sorry, the creepy ghost who, you know, goes unnamed until such time as he sees fit to reveal his true name to the world, is in the background doing whatever it is he does when he's in the background. Isn't that right, Paul?
Didn't you say until the name be revealed?
Oh, that's true. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Creepy, weird ghost man.
By the way, what's the chat saying to that?
The chat isn't saying anything. I think it's too spooked to really reply.
Great. The plan is working.
Plan? Guys, I think this ghost is planning something. I can't tell. It's just a hunch. What was I even doing last we left off? I don't think I was doing anything. I was just wandering around. Sounds about right. So, creepy ghost man, will you tell us about the afterlife as you see it?
Well, for one, it's not exactly pretty.
It's not pretty. Like, didn't they put any paintings up or any houseplants or, you know, like some cool... Did they just put a bunch of magazines on a table like any good waiting lobby place?
Basically.
Oh, they did?
They basically just put magazines on there and that's about the extent of it.
Oh, that's pretty terrible. Here, since the creepy ghost man just happens to be sharing screens, I think I'm going to take you guys over to the afterlife to get a sneak peek of what it's like when you die.
This is what happens.
This is what happens. It's terrifying. Also, I think you lied about that houseplant. I don't see any plants anywhere.
Well, there's a plant right here. That's it, but that's about the extent of the house plant.
Yeah, that's a pretty terrible houseplant. I really need to prune it a bit more efficiently. What else do you see in the afterlife, fair ghost?
You call me fair.
No, you're not fair. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Terrible ghost.
I was about to say, I've been chopping down these trees for about 10 minutes of my afterlife.
You've been destroying their houseplants? However terrible they may be, that's just unacceptable, Mr. Ghost.
I will continue to do it.
Until such time as?
Until I deem it.
The afterlife is weird. I don't think I fully understand it right now. I'm gonna take us back to this place.
You don't need to understand it. You just need to accept it. Acceptance is the hardest part.
It is, because I'm totally not doing it. That sounds terrible. I mean, what attraction does the afterlife even have? Why would people want to do it?
There's kinda not a want in there.
Oh, it's more like they're forced to do it.
Yeah, cause well, you know, life decides to take things they really would like away from you most of the time.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Don't worry, guys. In situations like these, I always seem to find light in the darkest of places. So tell me, Mr. Ghost, do they at least serve free breakfast? Like with the sausages and the bacon?
It depends on what they've done.
What they've done? What who's done?
It depends on what the person has done in their life.
Which person?
Any person.
Any person? What if a person licked a dog? What if they did that though? Mr. Ghost, are you banging your head against the keyboard again?
Yes, because of how stupid that question is.
What is not a stupid question? I'm just asking what kind of menu they have for breakfast, if there even is one.
There you go. That's the correct way to say it. If there is one.
Yes, yes. Is there one?
No.
Oh. Oh, this is just getting worse and worse, guys. I don't think we're going to be able to last. Well, do they offer any discounts for military services?
Oh, no. Military doesn't apply there.
Military does not apply in the afterlife. But you just said that a person's life actions have consequences on the afterlife.
Yup.
Okay.
Some things, not even ghosts understand their afterlife sometimes.
Okay, wait a minute. What about different branches of the military? Like, what about the army? What kind of discounts do they get?
Believe me, I would tell you if I knew.
Oh, wow. Our tour to the Ghost Extravaganza doesn't even know what military discounts ghosts would get if they died in a specific situation. Okay, fine. I'll ask a different question. Everyone knows the answer to. How many ghosts does it take to repair a light bulb?
0, because they're not matter.
What? No, I'm talking about, like, a dead light bulb. The light bulb is dead, so they should be able to, you know, interact with it, right?
Nope.
But, what I mean, can ghosts talk to other ghosts?
Nope.
Wow, that is terrible. Okay, well, how am I able to talk to you then, Mr. Ghost?
Because you aren't the actual one who's dead.
Oh. That's true. No, Mr. Ghost was right. This is very confusing. But I think I'm starting to get the hang of it. So, are you saying that if a dog's friend died, then the two dogs could kind of talk together and organize plans to take over the world?
There are some things you don't want to understand.
But I do! I had a dog once who ran for president, and oh my god, he almost got there too. But then of course Donald Trump came in and, you know, he had no chance after that. But I really want to know if he had help from the afterlife, because I bet that's what it was.
Nope, it wasn't.
It wasn't? Darn it. Thought I was almost starting to understand all this. None of my questions seem to be very effective here. So, why don't you ask me a question, Mr. Ghost?
What is 2 plus 2?
That, you know, you're starting off kind of high. Like, I don't know the answer to everything. You've got to get me warmed up first, man. Like, come on.
What is 1 plus 0?
Easy. 2.
Incorrect.
What do you mean incorrect? I'm the guide of this tour. You can't tell me I'm incorrect.
One thing that you are when you are dead, you know most of everything.
Almost. So you're saying you know how to come back to life?
I said most.
Okay. Do you know how to properly boil an egg?
Yes.
Oh, nice. I'd actually kind of want to die right now. I tried boiling an egg yesterday. It just exploded. Okay, ask another question. I bet I'm gonna get this one, guys.
What is 2 plus 2 times 6 to the 8th power?
2 times 2 plus 6 to the 8th power?
2 plus 2 times 6 to the 8th power.
2 times 2 plus 6 divided by 8 to the 8th power?
No.
Yeah.
You are not a good listener.
I am a good listener. I got top medals in my class for listening. 5 golds. 5 gold medals, Paul. I mean...
I think you mean to say in killing.
In killing? Oh, that is true. I got 5 golds in that too. But no. 5 gold medals in listening. Class. Yeah. Prove me wrong now.
Do you really want me to embarrass you?
Yeah. It's my favorite activity. Well, right next to killing and listening. I got 5 gold medals in listening class, guys. Mr. Ghost?
I would sincerely doubt that you got that.
Got what?
Got 5 gold medals in listening for your class.
No, not listening for my class. I got it in listening class. Like, there was actually a course for listening on the internet, and it gave me 5 college credits. Can you believe that? It's awesome. And I got 5 gold medals in it, by the way. Just, you know, in case you didn't already know.
There are some times when I wonder what even is worth it.
I'll tell you what's worth it. Getting 5 gold medals in listening class.
That's not worth it.
It was totally worth it. Now I can rub it on the faces of all the people who always say I'm terrible at listening, but in reality, best listener ever. Now one day I'm gonna get a Nobel Prize for reinventing.
What question did I ask you first that involved math?
Involved math? Wasn't it 2 times 1 plus 3 to the 3rd power plus 78 times 2?
How did you get that?
Well, because you asked me the question.
Because you said that because you got it completely wrong.
What? No, you can't tell me you got it wrong. I'm the best at listening. You know, even if you didn't say that, you probably said it in your heart. You know, I can listen.
No, I did not.
Oh. Yeah, that's true. You don't really have a heart since you're kind of... Yeah. Dead. That's awkward. Well, anyway. No, I think I have a problem, Ghost. That was definitely the first question you asked. And now you're telling me it wasn't.
Pretty sure everyone in the stream can say that that really wasn't.
Okay then, I'll ask them. Everyone in the stream, tell me if Paul's first question was whatever I said or whatever he said. Yes or no? It's a yes or no question, apparently. Yeah. Hello to the Does. Welcome to the stream. We're asking questions, by the way, now, if you couldn't tell. I need you to answer. This is very important. Mostly for my ego, but for other reasons too. It's gonna take a bit of the stream delay. Good old stream delay. You know, actually, I have no doubt that Red's just going to reply in like 5 minutes with a question about what's going on, so I'll just save you the time and answer now. Yep, I wouldn't know, I just joined. Called it. Well, anyway, Red, what's going on is the stream is being haunted by a weird and creepy ghost, an unnamed ghost at that, and I have no idea what's going on. He's asking me questions about the afterlife, and I really don't think I understand what's happening, but like I'm a grade A listener, so I'm sure I'll get it soon. But he just told me that his last question was not 78 plus 3 plus 2 to the third power minus 9, when I'm pretty sure it was. And, yeah, that's pretty much all that's happened in the stream so far. But he says it wasn't, which I cannot believe. Say yes. Say yes, Red, and I'll give you $5. Is the ghost Paul? Ghost, are you Paul? Did Paul die and you're the result?
No, I've simply been quiet.
Oh, okay, no. He's simply been quiet. Red.
How could you not know that?
Yeah, Red, how could you not know that?
It's like the most simplest method to not have yourself get caught.
Yeah, Red, it's like the most simplest method to have yourself not get caught, Red.
How dare you take my catchphrase?
How dare you take my catchphrase, Red.
How dare you take my catchphrase?
Okay, fine. Good, be perfect. Wait a minute, that laugh was reminiscent. Ghost, I'm pretty sure you're none other than Paul, my friend and also the guy who runs around and tortures me sometimes. Is that true, Ghost? Are you truly Paul?
It depends on how you look at it.
Really? Because what if I looked at it as if you're Paul? Then would you be Paul?
It depends.
On what?
You seriously don't know how this goes, don't you?
No, not really. I'm kind of new to, you know, the afterlife and dying and stuff. But you know what? I'm just going to unquestioningly trust your judgment on everything until I'm proven otherwise. Red says, oof, my Chrome has crashed. Good for you, mate.
Has somebody said served him right?
Serve them right? Nope, no one has said serve them right. Someone said serve them cake, but that doesn't count, I guess. Red, you still haven't answered the question, by the way. You need to tell me. My ego depends on it. And so does probably me dying in the next 5 seconds. Ghost, actually, no, tell me this before we continue. Can you kill me? Like, is there a possibility that you can kill me?
No.
Awesome, I can insult you
forget.
as much as I want with no consequences. Okay, what? Continue.
Cause you don't think about one thing.
What one thing don't I think about? Shia LaBeouf?
No.
Oh, I truly don't think about it.
One thing you really don't think about is
poo! No, wait, that's wrong. I think about that all the time.
what are ghosts literally made out
of? The endoplasmic reticulum.
They aren't made of anything. They're literally not matter.
Oh, wait a minute. If they're not matter, how are you speaking to me right now, Mr. Ghost? Surely you'd need to have vocal cords or some method of making sounds at all.
An illusion.
An illusion? You mean a hallucination?
No, just an illusion.
What? An illusion? Do you mean one of those weird things? Where if you're in the desert without food for too long, then your vision starts going all weird and stuff? Also, Red said no, but, you know, I don't trust Red, so I'm pretty sure he said yes at heart. Just pretend he said yes.
Also, Alan, take a look at what my character is.
How do you know my name?
Because I'm all-knowing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Anyway, by the way, guys, the Ghost has provided us a sneak peek into the afterlife, right from this very stream. So let me just load that up right now. Yep, there we go. Look, this is the afterlife, I'm guessing. Again, I'm kind of just trusting blindly until I find proof otherwise. So what did you want me to look at, Mr. Ghost?
This is what you look like.
Oh, God! What happened to his nose? Did his nose just, like, both nostrils formed into one giant nostril that goes horizontally across his face? And what happened to his eyes and mouth? And ears? Oh my God, that's too horrifying. Stream, I'm sorry. We just get back to the Minecraft. Oh, that's close. It says Paul M. Where does it say Paul M? Wait a minute. Red, tell me where it says Paul M. Oh, it does say Paul M. Ghost, I'm starting to think that you're actually Paul in disguise.
You would be incorrect.
I would be. Prove otherwise.
What would be one thing only Paul would know?
Oh, I've got a good one. Ghost, have I ever farted on Paul before?
I think so, yes.
Ah, that's not true! I farted near him when we were on lines for Disney rides because I thought it was really funny and he never knew who it was. But I never actually did it on him, so there. Wait a minute. Actually, no, that kind of proves that you are a ghost and not Paul, because Paul wouldn't know that. Darn it, okay.
Stream. That's strategy.
Wow. Shot down again. Well, Stream, if you have any good ways of proving that this ghost isn't Paul, be sure to tell me. And also, Red said a while back, or he asked a question more or less, Also, Alan, did you see the new intro I have for the channel? No, I did not, because I unsubscribed from the Does. I subscribed to your channel, though, your main one. Mr. Ghost, do you have any more questions for me? I'm really eager to hear more of what you have to say so that I can use it against you in court to prove that you're actually Paul. But, you know, continue at your own leisure.
You do not need to.
But I do need to. The Does says, what? I know. Legal systems are dumb in 2018. Isn't that right, Mr. Ghost?
It depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Wait a minute. I know that you said that you couldn't talk to other ghosts, but since you can talk to me, have you ever talked to Donald Trump before? He's still alive. Well, you know, I think he is. The Does is the main channel. Nope, no it's not. Not to me. What do you mean you don't post stuff on the other channel, though? I thought you said in your update video that you were going to start giving it some life again. Or maybe I misheard. Either way. I unsubscribed from the Does because State got on my nerves way too much. Not that he forced me out, just that I don't really want to talk to him anymore. You know. Oh, sorry, by the way, Mr. Ghost, I forgot your answer to the question of Donald Trump. I'm guessing it's no, but, you know, it's worth a shot, I guess.
I mean, I could, but I don't really want to.
Why don't you want to? Donald Trump is the best. He's like the new Santa Claus. You know, kids come up to him, sit on his lap, start crying, want to die instantly pretty much, and their parents just hurry them away. It's like Santa Claus all over again. Red says, yeah, but that's vlogging. Well, potato, tomato. Wait a minute, no, it's potato, potato. I guess I got it right then. So how's the afterlife going, Mr. Ghost? Sorry to be asking you so many questions. I know it must be exhausting to, you know, talk to someone who's in the living world.
I know what's due. This is the other afterlife that you can enter.
Oops, that's the wrong button. What the? Oh, Skype just crashed. Red says, also, I don't know if you want to join me, but I'm streaming Batman tonight. Sounds good, I'll try to catch it. Not sure if I will be able to or not, but hopefully I can.
Well,
he said, oh, yeah. Oh, wow! The afterlife! It looks just like my internet browser. But you know what? I'm keeping an open mind, Paul. 2018 for me is a year of discovery and stuff.
This is the afterlife.
A Steam page?
No. Wait, can you not see it?
No. Wait, no, I can't, yeah, I can't see it actually if you're in game or something. Good old full screen games never work with Skype. Well, that's too creepy for me. I'm getting the stream out of here. And Red says, I don't know if you can be mod considering you're unsubbed, but you should still drop by. I should still. It's a requirement now? I'm just kidding, of course. Yes, I will try. What time do you think you'll be doing it? I love the good, like, 30 seconds to a minute that I just enter silence while waiting for a reply.
It's called I'm fighting in the afterlife. You seriously cannot see me fighting.
No, I can't. Honestly, I only see your Steam page and your Google Chrome tab.
Good is doing the attention. You're not allowed to see the afterlife.
Oh yeah, I suppose that makes sense. It's like that Field of Dreams thing where the guy, like one of those people, can't follow his friend into. I don't know. That scene always confused me. But.
Some afterlives, it depends on how you look at it, but they're painful.
Painful? In what way? Mentally or physically?
Physically, because you are forced to keep going.
That sounds more mental than physical, but keep going through.
You're forced to keep going. Every time you get shot down, you keep getting back up.
Oh wow, that does sound kind of inconvenient. Who here has watched Field of Dreams, by the way? I just want to know. It's a good movie, and if you haven't, you should. I just want to know who's on the same page as me when I'm making these references. Mr. Ghost, have you seen Field of Dreams when you were in the living world?
No.
Oh, wow. Kind of missed out, man. Feel bad for you, too, because I'm pretty... Wait a minute. If the afterlife is more like a hotel than anything, like a lobby, do they play movies on, like, certain days?
No.
Oh my god, worst lobby ever. Okay. That's worse than the Burger King waiting line I was in the other day. Even they had, like, a Disney movie playing. Oh wow, Red, you haven't either? Oh man. God darn it. It's really my father who shows me all the old, really, very, very cool movies. But you haven't seen Field of Dreams. Oh man. It's not a kid's show because it certainly does have those few scenes which are just really creepy, kind of, you know, wouldn't be seen in a children's movie. And it proposes a lot of really cool philosophical ideals about the afterlife and death, as it happens. And it does them in such a way that it's not confusing to the viewer to try and get an idea of what the director of the movie is really trying to put out. The lines, the actors, they're all kind of just laid back and don't really focus on the action sequences, or because there are none, really. It's just a really easy to understand movie that puts it into perspective that other movies just haven't before. So again, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely would be recommended. Red says, also Alan, unsubbing Cause of State and unsubbing to the other channel isn't going to change anything, considering that he'll still be able to reply to you. I know. I know. Well, the truth is, I unsubscribed because State is part of that The Does channel. And to be subscribed, the truth is I won't be commenting on any more of those videos. I won't be watching them, so I won't even be tempted to comment on them. State's just one of those people who won't really ever change because he's grown into who he will be. And I'm not close enough to change him, even if it was possible. He's just always going to be that same, you know, person who gets angry over every little thing and swears at everyone. And I really don't want to be around something like that, so... You know, nothing against your friends, Red, but, I just can't stand State. I wonder how confused the Ghost is right now. He literally has no context as to what we're talking about. Ghost, how confused are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
20.
Kind of thought so. In that case, let's change the topic. Has anyone here, on the topic of movies, has anyone seen... I know Mr. Ghost hasn't seen Interstellar. Well, actually, no. Wait, Mr. Ghost, have you seen Interstellar? Because you're not Paul. I keep mistaking you for Paul, but you're very clearly not, so... So have you?
No.
Oh, man, that means that you could be Paul, since neither of you have seen that movie. Whoa, Mr. Ghost, are you actually Paul in disguise?
No.
Oh, okay. Just gotta make sure, because, you know, it's kind of got some evidence behind you being Paul, but I suppose not. Anyway. So, Red, have you seen Interstellar before? It was a movie released in either 2012 or 2015. Very recent, not one of the old ones. Nope. Aw, oh, man. Man, I'm just watching all the movies that no one else watches. Okay. Well, the reason I brought it up, in the scenario that you hadn't seen it, which for some reason I didn't think you did, sadly not a very watched movie, because it wasn't advertised all that much. What it was, Interstellar, was a movie about space travel. It's all about space travel, you know, heroes, group of people get into this big spaceship and they travel through space and time to do whatever the heck they want to do. The thing about this movie is that it actually presents a lot of very true scientific facts about space travel and a lot of other topics like gravity, for instance. What kind of an effect gravity has on the passing of time as it relates to humans on the spaceship and humans on Earth, planet not under the influence of such... Oh. Sorry. Anyway, the reason I suggest it to so many people is because it actually describes these topics very heavily throughout the entire movie. It doesn't just kind of glance over them once, say, oh, well, everyone understands it now, or it's just implied. It actually takes time to have the characters talk and ask questions about what's going on. And because of that, it's not just a sci-fi movie, in my opinion. It's kind of more of an informative thing. It really makes sense what they're doing and why they're doing it throughout the entire film. Whereas other films might just have some directionless plot or a bunch of characters thrown into exploding stuff. And granted, there are, you know, the few action sequences which seem quite unrealistic, but, you know, nothing is completely unrealistic. Some stuff just seems like it might not happen. Most of the things, they could happen.
The ghost is about to die.
No! No, Ghost! Don't tell me you're about... Wait a minute. How can a ghost die? No, what the... No! The ghost is gone. No. Oh, it's so sad. Well, we've lost someone today, guys. I didn't even know his name, and now he's gone. It's a tragedy, true tragedy. I just can't believe it. Well, sometimes you really have to cherish the things in life, because you never know when they might just be whisked away. It's terrible. Well, anyway. What movies have you seen then, Red, that interest you greatly? Or have interested you or a family member? That, of course, you care to take the time to describe. If there are none, then we'll just move on to a different topic. What's it? Oh, I thought that was torchlight. Okay. Oh, just a single lava lake, eh? Let's see what we've got here. Probably nothing around that corner, but I want to check. Nope. Marvel is in its prime right now. Family members, any comedy movie. I can see that. Comedy movies are quite fun, and I might be going out on a limb here because this is another kind of unwatched film, but have you seen The Three Stooges? By the way, hello to Paul Marshall. Welcome to the stream. Dude, Paul, you just missed it, but there was this ghost, and he was going around haunting people and asking really ridiculous and unanswerable questions. You know what he did, Paul? He said that I wasn't a good listener. Can you believe that? 'Cause clearly I'm the best listener. I mean, jeez, what nerve. You have seen the Three Stooges movie. Not the OG one, though. Oh, well, that's perfectly fine. Wait a minute. Oh, shoot. I wish I knew the date of these movies released, because there might have been, like, some new Three Stooges movie that I haven't watched. This was a long time ago. Here, you know what? For simplicity's sake, I'm going to go look up the actual Three Stooges movie. Oh, yeah, there was one released in 2012. I wonder if that's the same one. I've got to see. Three Stooges. This was 2012. Okay, good. Oh, box office of 54.8 million. Never mind. This was a heavily watched film. Paul Marshall says, what, really now? That is interesting. It was, you know. It kind of did provide a little food for thought. He came in, and he actually showed us a preview of the afterlife. If you want to go back in the stream, then you can actually probably see it for yourself. Unless it's been contaminated somehow, like in all of those terrible Ghostbuster films. Anyway, he showed us previews of what it's like to die. And honestly, it was terrifying. I could barely keep my eyes on it for any amount of time. Okay, so Red, the Three Stooges movie, what, in your opinion, made it so funny? In my opinion, it was definitely the actors. The actors just kind of really, how fluent their emotions were without hesitation, their expressions, their action. Well, I already said their action. You get the idea. It was all in the actors for me. If they had used different child actors, different, you know, actors for any of the Three Stooges, I don't think it would have been the same. But they got some really, really funny people to do that. And Paul, by the way, have you seen the Three Stooges movie? Sorry, I forgot to ask you. When I ask those questions, by the way, stream, that'll be for all of you. Anyone who wants to answer can answer, unless it's specific to a certain person, which usually it won't be. Yeah, the actors were perfect for the roles. Yeah. Oh my goodness, there were a few very memorable scenes, especially one. It was a scene at the first part of the movie where they were trying to put a bell, or repair some sort of a bell on top of a church building, and a nun came out, and well, it's very hard to explain, so I'm sure you might imagine Red. With that scene, it really characterized the rest of the movie. It really kind of put in a standard for how it was going to look, and I loved that they kept to that standard. Red says, like, it seems like they were being themselves instead of a character. I agree. It did seem like those people were kind of just acting the perfect roles they would in real life. If, you know, those roles were possible in real life without, you know, being arrested or having multiple cranium injuries and concussions and that sort of stuff. Definitely. Definitely they were. Paul Marshall says, "Oh my gosh, that is horrifying." I know, I told you not to look at it. I warned you, man. Better not sue me now. The scary thing is, I don't even know what ghost that was. Like, it could have been the ghost of George Washington. I don't know. Has anyone heard George Washington's voice? He could sound like... Well, Paul, the thing is, the ghost sounded amazingly like you. I don't know why, but it sounded like you were in this very room at that very moment, speaking into my ears through my headset. It was so creepy. I could barely control myself. I had to use cunning. I had to use skill to evade the terror that was the ghost. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what was even going on. Yeah, it was just crazy. So I'm guessing that's a no on watching the Three Stooges, by the way. Oh, wait, no! No, I'm dumb! Of course you've seen the Three Stooges. You were here when I showed the movie to you. Oh my goodness, I'm so silly. Of course you've seen them. Well, Paul, in that case, what about the movie did you think was the funniest? Some specific scene or some quality? And while Paul's answering that, Red, what kind of vlogs are you thinking about doing? I'm really interested. When you said vlogs, it was a very general term. Are you going to be doing, like, I don't know, unboxings or house tours or whatever it is people who vlog all the time do? Like, what plans do you have for that? Gonna get a drink. Paul says, gotta go, need to get a snack. Fair enough, see you in a bit. Red says, getting some stuff ready for the stream. I nearly destroyed the Pokemon setup before realizing I could do it on a different scene. Planning to do 2 house tours. 2 house tours. I'm guessing it's tours. Is that a big house, or do you just want to do like 2 different house tours for showing off different qualities of the house? One in the current house, and the other when I move into the condo when said house is sold. Oh, interesting. That's getting into some personal stuff, so I won't pry too much into that, but cool. It sounds really awesome. Yeah. Nah. I got extremely lucky when I got the house that I'm in right now. Well, everyone was really in my family. Because it was actually priced at, what was it, $100,000? No, it was less than that. Maybe more. Maybe a little more than that, actually. Well, whatever it was cheaper than the normal houses you'd find on Floridian land. Near the beach, of course, about a mile away. And it just happened to be right next, like literally next door to the house we were living in, my grandma's house that is, before we found a house. So it was really just extreme luck, because we actually now have a path going between both houses in the front yard and backyard. And I believe I told the story before, but for anyone who hasn't heard it, it is quite amazing that we were able to just get so lucky, really. The seller kind of just sold right in the middle of our house hunting project. I don't know why they sold for so cheap. It's a small house, but it is beachfront property. Like, he could have sold it easily for, I've seen some for $150,000 down the street. Now, granted, those are two-story buildings, and they have a lot more space, and a bigger garage, and everything else, you know, that we don't, but it was amazing how lucky we got with this. Wow, yeah. Honestly, my parents couldn't believe it. We were friends with the person who was selling as well. I think my grandma actually was talking with the person who was selling, which kind of makes it weird that she didn't tell us, but perhaps she didn't know. God. You know, it's funny, we only did that recently too, a few years ago. A few of my first videos were recorded in Grandma's house. It's pretty silly. Red says, Alan, you need to buy a lottery ticket with the type of luck I see you winning. No. Nope. I get lucky only on very, 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 very rare occasions. But you are correct about one thing. When I do get lucky, it usually seems to sprout into something just ginormous. It's really weird how it works, but anyway. Enough about that, because it's practically bragging. Red, I did have one proposal for you. I've noticed you've been working a lot on your videos recently, and you haven't had much time to play because you've been recording and editing and stuff, and I noticed State didn't seem to be helping you with any of that, so my proposal was, if you wanted to teach me how to edit, well, roughly anyway, then I could edit your video files for you. Like, you could tell me what you wanted and I could put it down. I would love to do that because it gets me experience in the art of editing, which then I could use on my videos. The recorded ones, not necessarily the streams. And it would save you a lot of time. I've always wanted to learn how to edit. You know, Red, there was a montage I was putting together of all the times I've rickrolled you on stream, and it was my favorite video so far. Like, I put together a good 15 clips of stuff that me and Ravenpaw had done to you. Ravenpaw and I, sorry. And, oh god, it was just the best. And then, at some point, my editing software, after a good 90% through creation of the video, just corrupted every file. And I know I should have had a backup, I know I should have copied it, but honestly, I forgot, and I lost all the files because I was dumb and deleted them once I put them into the completed video, and I got so angry. I was like, no, I'm done editing. It took me so long, did not pay off at all. Mostly because I was teaching myself how to do it, and I'm terrible at teaching myself. I'm just not motivated enough. Red says, also, I'm planning to vlog whenever I'm on vacation. I got nothing to unbox, so rip that idea. Yep, I agree with that. Don't know what you would unbox. I suppose you could unbox some rice, but, I mean, that's just kind of, you know, there's rice in every packet. Though once I opened a packet of rice and I found an egg. So, I mean, like, sometimes you get just really, really weird stuff in there shoved in by the workers. Anyway, hello to Ravenpaw Tales. Welcome to the stream. That awkward moment when you're late to a stream, yeah, don't worry. Next stream, I hope to do this tomorrow as well. Yeah, it's a big hope, though. Oh yes, and Red says, oh, actually, I think I'm fine for now, but if I'm really busy one week, which I am going to be, I'll message you. Well, really all I'm asking is that you teach me how to edit so that I can do it in that situation where you're really busy and need some help. You know, just show me the ropes, the basics, and I think I can learn from there. I really just have no idea where to start with it. is not the chest it goes in. You two better not be yelling at each other again, or else I'm gonna have to start demodding people. Just kidding, I won't take it that far. In fact, I'll never take it that far. Well, you know, unless you two are being, you know, the only situation I would demod either of you would be if you were actually spamming memes into the chat. Like, unforgivable memes, too. You know how in Harry Potter there are unforgivable curses? Well, I'm pretty sure soon there are going to be unforgivable memes, where if you spam them into any chat anywhere, you're arrested. Like, people call 911 and they say, this dude is spamming unforgivable memes. Like, I'm pretty certain that's how it's going to be in a few years. Red says, oh, all right. Well, thanks to Microsoft Movie Maker, I know the extremely basic stuff. Very good. That's really all I need to know is the extremely basic stuff. I think I should be good after that. Ravenpaw says, my dog chewed my carpet. I'm upset at his actions. Yeah. Paul says there are unforgivable memes. There are already? Like, well, I'm not going to ask you to give me an example of one, because then I'd have to call the police. But, like, how do you know this, Paul? Wait a minute. Did the ghost tell you? I wouldn't trust anything the ghost says, Paul. Honestly, don't. Nothing. Nothing. Wow, one word. I'm running low on food. No. Oh, I'm sorry, piggies. It says, oh, rip, I need to make a thumbnail, and the stream is supposed to start in like 5 minutes. Panic. Well, you probably shouldn't be writing in the stream chat panic when you need to go and do something. Go and do something. I love yelling at people. Especially in a panic situation. Because, you know, in a panic situation, you don't really have to have any consequences for yelling at people. You can just yell at them and usually get away with it. So, it's perfect, really. Verminpaw says, Moose is annoying, but I can't get mad at him. Yeah, I had that once. There was a squeaky toy that kept squeaking all the time, and it got really annoying, but I just couldn't find the heart to throw it into the fire. Eventually I did, though, so, you know, the story really doesn't have any correlation to what we were saying. Anyway, Paul says, no, the ghost did not tell me. Who even is the ghost? Dude, talked about him like 5 minutes ago. You even watched the clip of the ghost. Again, I still think, you know, Paul, I still think the ghost was you, and you're just trying to hide it. Just saying, it's too much of a coincidence that, you know, you both have the same name, and the same last name, and have the same voice, and you've seen the same movies, and you have the same opinions of life. But you know what? I'm willing to say that that's all a coincidence. Ravenpaw asks, throw it into the fire? Well, only if it's being really annoying. Because, well, I mean, if something is being annoying, you always have to destroy it as quickly as possible before it reproduces and makes more annoying stuff. Like, that squeaky toy, if I didn't burn it, probably would have just, like, performed, what is it, mitosis or whatever? You know, split into another annoying cell, and it just would have been multiplied from there, and it would have been horrible. So, yeah, always make sure to burn them as quickly as possible. Paul Marshall says, what is that show evidence if you think so? Dude, the stream is evidence. Anyway, back to the annoying stuff, yeah. That squeaky toy. It's hard. It's hard to say goodbye. Because some things in your life, they were so beautiful for a time, but then they just got annoying. And you just kind of want to kill yourself after that, so you really just have to take control of the situation and say, no, I'm a bigger person than this. I can do this. And just chuck it in the fire. Ravenpaw says, well, my dog is annoying. Should I destroy him? No, destroying isn't good enough. You definitely have to burn it. I'm sorry, Ravenpaw, it's come to this, but, making me tear up right now, just thinking about it. I love that squeaky toy. Squeaked whenever I squeezed it. And it looked kind of silly all the time. There wasn't a day when it didn't look a little silly. The Does says, I can't find a Batman villain to put in the thumbnail. When in doubt, always the Joker. And if you can animate the thumbnail to include that stupid little ding dong the bat is dead thing, all the better. I still don't understand why that's a meme. I just can't get it. Paul says, probably not, the paperwork would be too much. What, to have this stream as evidence? Did I say something stupid? Anyway, we've passed the hour mark. I probably did say something stupid, to be honest, at some point in the stream. So be sure to go rewatch it so I can get watch time and you can know what stupid stuff I said. Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching and stuff. If you really hated the stream, then, you know, don't take it out on me. I'm just the one who produces this stuff. That's all for me. See you guys later. Put Ravenpaw on the thumbnail? How self-absorbed can you get?